he like let's look at his come up. He not a rapper. He is a fan. He a YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he went viral as many times as you need to go viral to get some money about you. And he took that money and he kept going with the journalism. And now he's a voice. Whether you like his
Right.
voice or don't like his voice, he get in the motion. So I think
Mm-hmm.
anybody in this time and age is going to have agents working and speaking on their behalf because it's necessary in this climate. You want to get the most popping voices, get them a little money, and have them speak in your behalf.
Big homie, who's the big YT dude in basketball? Who's always delivering like the headlines and shit. The big dude,
As far as what, playing basketball or commentary?
like commentary and shit. Like he always be talking about the trades and everything.
So now it used to be Adrian Wojnarowski, but he retired. So now it's Shams.
It's
Shams is one of
Sean,
the
but it's a really
dudes.
big dude. He got his own show
Oh,
now.
Brian Windhorst.
Brian Windhorst. I only asked for that because Brian Windhorst is exactly what you're describing for LeBron James. So Brian
Oh
Windhorst's
yeah.
career kicked off because he was able to get a little bag from LeBron as long as every time he spoke about LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing with what's the dude that got the show on Fox with the black guy now?
Um,
Um,
I
um,
know
um,
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright. Same thing with Nick Wright. Same thing with Nick Wright. Like so, I only asked those questions because I wanted to give the viewers an example of what you were describing. Like those two dudes are clearly paid for shills by the LeBron camp.
Oh yeah, and I would say more to Nick Wright than Brian Windhorst. I don't think that LeBron. I think that Brian Windhorst is very parasitic, where
Mm-hmm.
Nick Wright might be more of a higher hand or a higher
Mm-hmm.
gun. Because I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Brian Windhorst have been following. He used to. I'm in not. I don't want to speak in a space where I'm not telling the truth. Give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure he started working at the Akron Beacon Journal or the
That's why I
Plain.
thought
Yeah, I was
clearly.
right. He was the beat writer for the Akron Beacon Journal. Okay,
Okay.
and from the Akron Beacon Journal, he was following LeBron from like high school
Mm.
into the pros. So once LeBron got into the pros, he just kept foraying it and getting contracts with ESPN. But I don't think LeBron James actually likes Brian Windhorst. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
that LeBron James actually liked Nick Wright.
Okay.
Like I
Okay.
think it's a personal thing. It's a
So in other words,
Gilbert
Brian.
Arenas,
In
LeBron
other words,
bankroll in that thing. I imagine.
In other words, Brian basically followed LeBron to go against LeBron his whole career. Is
Not
what you're
even to
saying?
go against, just stalker shit,
Stalker shit.
just
Okay.
dick
Okay.
riding shit.
Okay.
It's a situation where it's say, without me, it's no you. It's like LeBron James is Brian Windhorst's father. You feel me?
Hmm.
Any
Hmm.
amount, any dollar he get from the NBA is directly connected to LeBron James. In his bio, in his paragraph, whose name is in this bitch, bro?
Yeah, that tell you everything you need to know.
Like, why is LeBron James in your bio paragraph?
Yeah. 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 Made his whole entire career off of that. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, man, for shit show.
But I
And
guess
so,
with academics, the only reason why, like I said, bro, it's the psychology of it. And I guess when you're talking about media figures, and public figures, it does matter whose show you go on. You know what I'm saying? Like it does matter what spaces you get seen in. So like he's like the little brother who isn't the little brother. Like you like the covert little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna give you high fives and attaboys behind the scenes, but we're not gonna do nothing in front of nobody type shit.
Yeah, and when I look at people like academics, I see CIA, covert agent from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
I see the boy Charles Hamilton, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's my own little theory, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
watch how I connect this shit, man. So this is Charles Hamilton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, Charles Hamilton, the talented Mr. Ripley. Watch what I do.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Oh.
Charles Man Hamilton was an American politician. Did you just see what I just did? Who
Yes.
lived who lived in 1874, 1942. Now, when you go to Charles Hamilton's Twitter, I don't know, it might still be there, it might not still be there. But his Twitter used to be the talented Mr. Ripley. Like that used to be his tagline. He changed it now. But more or less, if you can find it online, you'll be able to find it. But oh no, here it goes. The talented Mr. Hamilton, right? The talented Mr. Hamilton. It is still in his bio. You see this?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what is the talented Mr. Ripley about?
Oh, you know I know.
So, long story short, the talented Mr. Is Ripley is this rich person, and then he have like uh, what's this dude? Matt Damon's character is obsessed with Mr. Ripley so much that he like a con artist, right? And he fucking takes his persona over, but he like a murderer for real. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying all of that to say it's no coincidence that Charles Hamilton and academics, you would never see them in the same room at the same time, but you will see them connected to the same rappers. So where you have academics and Joe Button, where does that connection start at? You think it's complex, but no. I can show you a video of Charles Hamilton and Joe Budden freestyling, coming up
Mm.
together. You can YouTube it. So all of this I'm
Mm.
saying is it might be conspiracy theory, but academics, Charles Hamilton are the same character and they work for the same organization. All of their clout, well, mainly academics' clout and notoriety is due to his affiliation with the United States government.
I mean, we can't. We could go into Hosp and Gucci Mane, but that's you know
Yeah.
no.
I
You
mean,
said
people
Gucci
should know
Mane?
that.
Brr,
Hosp and Gucci Mane.
brr.
People should know that old Gucci Man is long gone. And this new Gucci Man can't make a hit to save his life.
Mm-hmm.
This is new Gucci
I ain't
Man.
see a
This
nigga.
is new Gucci Man right here, bro.
I ain't see a nigga post a Gucci Mane music clip in so long.
You ain't never seen it, bro.
Like it's been so long,
And that dude used to be the hottest dude in the game.
bro. Every week, yo, he got a club banger every week.
These the same people.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. You're not gonna do that to me. Don't do the new Jamie Foxx joint.
Oh, I heard
Don't
about
do the
that.
new Jamie Foxx.
Nah,
I
do
mean,
that. Nah, man, do that. If we gonna do Gucci, we gotta do James.
oh
Nah,
man,
let me see if I can get
show them the
Cat
before and
Williams.
after the Jamie. Yeah, show them
Nah,
the
I'm gonna
before.
see if I can do Cat Williams. If I can pull up Cat Williams
Okay,
talking about
okay,
Jamie Foxx.
okay.
All right,
Because
here.
Jamie shit blatantly obvious too, bro. Like that shit horrible. That nigga
Let,
fucking up at his own comic stand-ups. Like, that shit horrible.
let me know if y'all can hear.
I saw
So,
Jamie
yeah.
Foxx's special. I didn't know what to think. 5 minutes in, I'm crying like a baby. The fuck am I doing crying at a special, nigga? Jamie Foxx ain't shit. That nigga gonna make you watch his funeral. Nigga televised his funeral. He ain't even dead. He was just up there. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly, bitch. I don't know shit. I just live here talking. I love Jamie Foxx. Let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. But his motherfucking clone. His clone ain't shit. His clone kept on messing up. The clone showed up with a face full of freckles. We ain't never even seen Jamie Foxx with freckles, bitch. This clone is stupid as hell. The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head. I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. I still don't know what had happened was. That nigga started the story with, and somebody gave me an aspirin, and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That sounds like somebody gave you a dick. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared of all them niggas. And they don't invite me nowhere because they know what the fuck is up. I want to see the shenanigans, my nigga, but I do not want to participate. This is when I knew I was gonna fuck with Jamie. This nigga was having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball. But I don't love basketball like that, bitch.
It's out of pocket. It's out of pocket, yo.
And plus, gang,
Yeah,
didn't
you
that
have
nigga
to.
like didn't the whole situation happen where they said a nigga got sick? Like Jamie Foxx sick, he's sick.
Yeah, they said he. Well, I didn't see. Did y'all see the comedy special?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Nah.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it, like, because I knew it was a clone. It was like, nah, I can't do it right now.
So they said that he suffered a brain bleed that led to a stroke in April of 2023. Damn.
What do those usually lead to?
I would say transition outside of the body. What say you?
I would say
Or
a huge,
vegetabilization.
yeah, I would. That's what I was going with. I was going to say
I
a huge decrease in motor skills, a huge decrease in cognitive ability, a huge decrease in comprehension skills, and not somebody that can stand on a live and give a concert, to millions of people. Like, not that kind of person. After a brain bleed.
So you saying that my boy is clone?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Fact.
clone preparation.
Bro said
Fact.
fact.
Yeah, like this, bro. Like, I think people take for granted how amazing the human body is, but the human body is not that amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when somebody goes in for shit like that, like, first of all, a stroke alone is going to decrease cognitive ability. regardless of if you make a full recovery or not. You don't make a full recovery and get back to zero. Your full recovery might be 5 or 6. And this is me speaking from, my mom had 3 of those things,
Damn.
right? So like every time she came back, when they said she was 100%, that shit was like 40, 50%.
Damn.
So every time you have a stroke, that's more being taken from the brain, and that's less that the motor, capacity that's within the being has to work with. Every time you have a stroke, you lose something that you don't get back. You can't get that back. So when you tell me somebody had a stroke and they had bleeding on the brain, they would not be given a Netflix special.
Man. Man, powerful shit. Powerful shit. So we probably don't have the answer to this,
And
but like
thing is, and also didn't they make a movie about clones and that nigga was in the movie?
they clone Tyrone for shit show.
They closed
Yeah.
our own, bro.
Wow,
Like they set
like
the year
shit be
off
dead in
with
our
that
faces,
last
bro.
year, right? Wasn't that
Like
the beginning of last
2023.
Yeah.
That's what that was their overall mission for real.
year?
They had
It was
John
that one
Boyega.
and the John that the homie that made Get Out did. What was that John?
Um
We was just talking about it with
nope,
the
nope, nope.
the one with the car pile up. Remember, we was just talking about it.
Car pile up.
When the ship hit the beach and all of that. When all
Oh man. What's
when
the
all
name of that movie, bro?
that's what I keep
Um
forgetting.
Let me look that up. I know Barack Obama had produced this movie, man. What was the name of that movie, man?
Bro, the best president, bro, right there.
Leave the motherfucking world behind, nigga.
Leave
What
the
the
world.
hell? That shit, they tried to move that out niggas' brain cells, man. What the
Bro,
hell?
bro, niggas totally forgot about that movie.
That's the shit right there. We living
All
this
the
shit right
Easter eggs in
now,
that
nigga.
movie. All the
Mm-mm-mm.
Easter eggs in that shit, bro. Come on, bro.
From the Tesla being blown up at the hotel, this is
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that I thought about.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Forgot about that movie, bro.
Matthew Perry just died, and they got the girl wearing a Friends shirt who was stuck on the Friends show.
Oh, she was locked into the friendship,
She was
wasn't she?
locked in the Friends, bro.
It literally started off and ended with the Friends movie, bro.
With Friends.
Man, I gotta watch that again, bro.
Yo, yo.
Cause I feel like they gonna move into this energy real bad. Moving in, like when is Trump being inaugurated?
Mm. 2 days.
2 days for real?
48 hours, bro. Less than.
Dang.
Less
Ooh
than.
wee.
Less than. That's why I was talking about the child support shit. Because he's starting to announce his rollout like as he's coming out.
Like, what y'all think gonna happen? What y'all think gonna happen with all of that particular shit? You think it's just gonna happen mad easy or simple, or do you think we gonna have
Some tomfoolery.
some tomfoolery? Remember January 6th?
Yeah, yeah. Oh. So you asking if we think it's gonna be a smooth transition?
Yeah, you think it's gonna be a smooth transition? Cause
I
I've been
think
seeing shit get weird, bro. Shit done got weird real fast, and I don't think people have actually been paying attention to how weird shit have been getting with this TikTok. niggas going to red note and getting red pill. You heard about
Yeah,
that?
we could talk about that. Shit, it's Friday night. We can fuck
Yeah.
around and find out. Y'all got some time? We got some time. Let's talk about it.
Let me know if y'all can hear
Please
this.
Let's
stay
go.
for this.
I can hear it.
All right, cool. I'm gonna stop like once she get to a point, and then we'll
Okay.
talk about it.
Please stay for this. Because I've reached the part in this whole like class consciousness part where I'm just filled with the most impotent rage. And like I'm talking that white hot, I need to sink my teeth and into something and scream kind of rage. Because what do you mean that it never had to be this hard for us? Like, what do you mean in other countries they don't have to spend 20% of their paycheck on groceries?
That's a crazy percentage, bro. 20% of your money go on food. And it even get worse with the Door Dashes and shit like that, right?
Mm.
So she's on Red Note because everybody off of TikTok going to Red Note. And on Red Note, it's Chinese people basically saying Americans are pure out retarded.
They showing off.
They
They
showing
showing
off.
off. They showing off. See, this is what's called a Cold War, right? So China can't come at the U.S. like they really want to because of this TikTok ban. So what they're going to do is what they've done already is they've given Americans a a bird's eye view of what it is their people get, for how much they get it, how easily they get it, and how little they have to do to get it. Right? Like they're literally showing Americans like y'all live like weirdos, right? Like these people make less than y'all, they live better than y'all, right? Like, and showing them on top of that, like our healthcare is like this, y'all ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the Cold War shit, bro. Like they literally showing you what you can't have. This shit crazy, bro.
Cold War revenge is a plate better served cold or a dish.
What do you mean in other countries everyone can own homes because they're not paying $2,000 a month in rent, or that their mortgages aren't like their entire pay?
Yeah, man.
Sometimes I just want to just look at the average monthly rental price just to see how
Just to
fucked up
see.
this shit is, man. I want to see America, not Michigan.
I know for a fact that the hardest part about that conversation is not going to be the conversation people want to have about it,
What is
because
what is
Americans don't know how to acknowledge their excessivity. Like
hmm,
Americans are excessive, bro. But you'll never hear nobody say. You always hear about, the inflation of the prices, or I gotta pay for this, or I gotta pay for that. Right.
Yeah, we got fast food around us. We go to we eat like 8, 7 times a day because how much shit is over around us overstimulating us, and then we like shit. We can get it because we can.
But
I'm gonna get paid
we're
again.
not gonna talk about thousands of dollars on nails. We're not gonna talk about thousands of dollars on hair. We're not gonna talk about thousands of dollars on fucking video games. We're not millions of dollars. We're not gonna talk about none
Fucking
of that. We're
memberships,
not gonna not, we're not
fucking
gonna talk about none of
Netflix.
that stuff. But we're gonna talk about the inflation. We're gonna talk about the excessive money I have to spend on food, because that means less money for my loud. We're gonna talk about this because that means less money I have to blow on some nonsensical shit that is not going to be here in 7 days. When you get your nails done that often, right? Like when do they lose their value? Like almost fucking immediately because you want a new set in a couple days. Like some of y'all don't even wait a couple days, right? Like so if we can have the conversation about excessiveness, then yeah, let's have the conversation about inflation and rising of prices. Because those two things go hand in hand. They're not mutually exclusive. But unless we're gonna have the conversation about excessiveness, oh, I don't even want to hear about this shit, bro. Because this shit is gonna be endless. Yeah,
And
2000 dollars.
I would say that I don't find a problem with being excessive if we operate under group economics,
Mm-hmm.
because the reality of excessive things is from a real place for some people. The problem is when you don't have it and you trying to be like it. But if you have
Mm-hmm.
it, what would be the objection of you not spreading your wealth? Because at one level, you got a lot of things, but on another level, you supporting somebody else's business,
Mm-hmm.
right? You ever have a nigga that buy clothes and then he just give his clothes away to his other niggas?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because he only gonna wear it once, he'd just give it to his little niggas type shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it
I
could
was
be
that guy.
it could be a thing like where excessiveness has a purpose versus if you don't have it and you don't know how to get it and you still being excessive, that to me is a form of mental illness. But my larger point is, in this country we don't have specific group economics, we are individualist thinking. So I think the leg up, and you Haitian, you know how this shit go.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time to come up, we gonna work together.
Yep. It got to be a piece of the pod type mindset. It has to be. It has to be. And I like I said, I agree with you as far as excessiveness being a necessity. However, like you said, if there is no cooperation, then that excessiveness just looks like greedy shit. You know what I'm saying?
It
Because
do. I mean,
yeah.
it's greed when it's just greedy. But I think like we look at certain levels of abundance and prosperity, like because we might not understand the overall magic behind it, type shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes things have a purpose that, like if you not supporting other people, putting food on other people's family, like it's some people that's responsible for putting food on 100 people's tables.
Facts.
You feel me? What they personally do, like NBA players, they might feed 100 people, so they might take a brand deal with fucking Balenciaga because they need the fucking money for real. But we like, oh, this nigga want to be working for the white man or this, that, and the third. But this nigga trying to really figure out how he could, do some shit for himself, or could be in the red a lot of times. So say for instance, you got $1 million, but you got $2 million worth of credit because you leveraged that $1 million that you had in assets. Now
Mm-hmm.
you owe 1 million. You feel me? And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times I don't think we really think about it where niggas be in a hole a lot of times. But this goes back for, bro, we need to talk about give a pledge and trouble is at hand.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
goes it goes back to that. Like being in these contracts, being in these deals, and you think it's a good thing. But the mystery school said whenever you sign these contracts with these people, automatically trouble is at hand. And I don't think no NBA player, no artist is understanding the facts that when they sign those contracts, trouble is at hand. But then we look at they lavish quote unquote lifestyles like, man, I want to be like them. But if you get into the mystery of it, you want to die when you
Mm.
want to be in the glamorous, over excessive lifestyle, especially if you don't
'Cause
even understand the magic behind it.
it's like going back to what Kanye said. It's like, all y'all niggas are rich slaves. You get your car, you get your chain, and boom, that's it for you. Good.
Now Kanye he was speaking facts when he said, what was the song called? We the New Slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was saying facts, bro.
Yeah, and it's like it's trading one set of bondage for another. You know, um, going from going from supposed scripture to um, um, whatever manufactured craft this is that you have to buy into. Um, we know that they're,
Materialism.
yeah, and we
Materialism.
know that they're blood. These are blood contracts, right? So it's like almost every time you sign, and we could look that up. Like we could say they build people up just to destroy them anytime, but we could literally look at every star and see they only got butts so far before they were brought back down, right? Like Icarus going for the sun. Like we see them all on their rise, and we see them all on their fall. That's something that they all have in common.
Listen to this hot shit though. To contract in the verb sense means to draw into a smaller compass, become smaller,
Mm,
shrink.
mm. That
Nigga,
sounds like that sounds like grabbing a nigga essence to me.
yo, why would you ever want to sign a contract?
Why would you ever want to shrink into something?
What the fuck, bro? Etymology is so crazy, bro.
That's
Every
crazy.
time, bro, I just be so surprised by this shit. Like every time, I did not even know that's what it meant, bro. I just was like, what's the etymology of contract? To become smaller, nigga. And we was just talking about this shit, bro.
Just talking about that shit.
It goes back into the mystery school where none of these artists, none of these NBA players is studying the mysteries. Know thyself. Nothing too much, serpent. Nothing too much.
Nothing too much.
Did
That
you just
means
yo?
we were just talking about excessiveness.
You were just
We
saying
were just talking
excessiveness.
about excessiveness, bro.
Yo,
We were
nothing
just
too
talking about
much.
excessiveness. Nothing too much, right? Because there's something that the creator does, bro. Like you could get every fucking thing, but it's like when you reach for that one more thing, that's when shit start fucking up, and you like, how the fuck could I know? Like the last 12 was okay, right?
Mm.
But it's like, bro, how it's the DMX song, bro. You've been eating long enough now.
Stop being greedy.
Like, just like, come on, bro.
And this whole system is on crack, nigga.
On crack, bro. On
On
crack with that
crack,
shit.
bro.
On
This
crack
whole
with that shit.
system. The money not real. The debt not real. And I guarantee you, this year, if all things go into plan, that's not a guarantee. So I'm gonna just stand on the guarantee. Our debt is gonna go to zero because it's not real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It has to. It has to reset. It has to.
This is the
Y'all
great
niggas,
reset. This is the
y'all
Nasara,
niggas brought
Jasara.
them niggas brought a whole Ukraine out of the dumpsters, bro. Like there's no more excuses. Like they
Mm-mm,
gotta clear everybody's shit, bro.
mm-mm.
You kidding me, bro? Ukraine? I didn't even know Ukraine was our people. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even know. You know how be like, yo, like they the homies. Like I didn't even know
Mm.
those was the homies, bro.
Niggas,
Like niggas is
whoever
over here fighting for real shit, and like niggas just gave them $1 trillion. Like get on your feet, word. Y'all got it like that, so y'all not as fucked up as y'all said y'all was. That's why all that shit sound like bullshit.
I mean, if this is not a criminal, if Joe Biden isn't a crime boss, then I don't know what one is.
Bro, we literally just got to see uh Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington. I swear to God. Like this shit is literally like um yep, state people pay for fucking crimes too. And you'd be hard pressed to know that some of the biggest drug dealers wear suits and ties. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like what 50 Cent said. A businessman and a robber, you know, they're the same person, or a thug, they're the same person. It's just that the thug is letting you know, like, hey, I'm robbing you. The businessman does it in a different way or form without telling you.
Look, I'll give you a joke. Are you more afraid of the pharmacist or the drug dealer?
The
I'll wait.
pharmacist.
I
The
don't fuck with
pharmacist.
pharmacists.
The pharmacist.
Like that's easy, bro. Like that's easy. Like, are you more afraid of the pharmacist? The drug dealer will give you some shit unmeasured, some shit that he don't even know the size of. Like, yeah, he don't know how long he had it. Like, yeah, but you would still take your chance with that nigga than the nigga wearing the white coat with the certifications and all of the badges up all over the store. You would still take his shit over that nigga.
2024, it's too much fentanyl overdoses for me. I ain't fucking with either one of them
Too many,
motherfuckers.
bro. They put
I'm
it in
not
the weed now, bro.
yeah,
Like,
I'm not fucking with nothing street level or no level ever. Like fuck that. I'm not doing it, bro.
yeah, go right to the dispensary from now on, bro. Like,
Yeah. Fuck that. Grow my own shit. Like it don't gotta
yeah,
be
on that,
yeah. It don't
on
gotta
that.
be reliant on like all of these things is nature. And they
And
and they
yeah,
they
if
they
you
do them
was
they do it
if you was
themselves
just
type
an
shit.
agriculturalist, nigga, you'd be all right.
Like a little bit of a green thumb, you know what I'm saying? And the yield is more to the level of just unlimited.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So the shit that you buying, it's like they making that shit for free. What's up, baby? Want to talk? But yeah, it's like I just feel like this whole world, we in a specific space where for years and years and years the same shit have been going on. And
Mhm.
because the same shit have been going on, the conspiracy theory is going to become proven true. So I don't know what's going to happen January 19th.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm telling you that shit with China, the people from TikTok in China, I
Mhm.
swear it's a big deal. I swear
It gotta
it's a
be a big deal because they created two sites to back them up in the event they lose TikTok. They got Lemon 8 and Red Note now.
and the day that they get taken off is on the inauguration day.
They hoping Trump come in office and stop the ban. That's what everybody's hoping for.
Type shit.
You got some more reaction videos, right?
Yeah, I was going to finish this one out.
Okay.
Paycheck. What do you mean that people in China work one job and they don't even work 40 hours and they can easily afford their life? And then I'm over here working 60 hours a week, just me as a single parent, to like barely make ends meet, and I'm penny pinching every single second, and like there's so much of life that my kid misses out on and that I miss out on because of money and like work and no social support net. And you mean to tell me that it didn't have to be like this? They keep us in these chains on purpose, and it never had to be like this. Like, I did everything right. I went to college. I had to drop out of college to take care of my mom when she was sick because, again, no social services, like, no safety nets. My dad worked his whole life and died and left everything to my mom. My mom is disabled and she lived on credit. And, like, she barely made ends meet and she did everything she was supposed to.
What do that mean when you do everything right and do everything you're supposed to? What's your definition of that?
Oh shit. Um, doing every doing everything right and doing everything you're supposed to would never come up in this kind of conversation. Like that would never come up. Like if you did everything right, you did everything you were supposed to, like you would never be complaining about seeing somebody that you think has it better. Like that would never be a thing.
Following the Matrix.
Yeah, they say I'm supposed to go to work and come home and pay my bills every day. Like, you know.
I was following the Matrix every day, and nothing's working out. That's what the fuck that
Yeah,
means.
I work harder than they say I'm supposed to work. I pay my bills on time, and I don't do anything that's not socially acceptable. So that's, I think, what she's talking about. Because there's a deep level of psychosis that goes into one that feels the need to first rant and rave, and then rant and rave with the camera, and then the audacity it takes to be able to rant and rave in front of a camera and to think people are supposed to care. Yeah, there's something different going on there.
Yeah, my fault. I had to use the bathroom, but that is a interesting perspective. How people is kind of just like, what are we? What do you expect niggas on TikTok to do about the fact that you never took risk?
Mm-mm,
Because whether
mm,
you in China, whether you in America, whether you in Costa Rica, whether you in Egypt, you're gonna have to take a risk, and you can either succeed on that risk or fail on that risk. If you working every day getting fiat currency, and you take in that fiat currency, and you don't have no literacy around this currency, let's just take it like this: if you went to school and then they gave you a test but you didn't ever study for that test, what's the grade you would get on that subject?
mm-hmm,
You would get an F because you didn't study, you didn't know. So when we talk about financial literacy, currency, how to invest it, how it works, many people just say, fuck all that, just give me the money. And therefore, you will have this perspective all the way from any country, any perspective, it don't matter, because money is universal in what it represents and what it have always represented. The people, and it's biblical too. When you invest, you get it back. When you
mm-hmm,
spend it and waste it all, like you should, it's no reason why you shouldn't have no money, especially if you have a job. So this
But
brings it
hood, but
into
hood.
excessiveness where, hold on, where if you get money and you take care of your bare necessities, anything after that, that's on you. Go
mm-hmm.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, you good. It's because they get it back. They in the illusion of shit back, so I'm cool. When
Yeah,
they waste it and then
that's
they
not
have a check.
real. If you depended upon a check and you in your 40s and 50s and 60s, oh man, you should have did something with them checks you getting every week. If you getting a check every 2 weeks, I can understand you living at or above your means, then of course you don't have nothing extra. But who's reasoning why you can't live under your means and invest your extras?
Not taking a chance is taking a chance.
You ain't taking no risk. You don't got no YouTube channel. You didn't try to monetize your shit. Like nigga, I didn't ever go to college for YouTube. What the fuck? I just got on this bitch and yapped.
It makes so much more sense now. Like
Consistent yap. That's an
not
investment.
not taking a chance is taking a fucking chance, bro.
You at risk for
Yeah,
losing.
like being the non-risky person is being risky. Like that's a risky fucking approach. To not take ever take any risks outside the lines whatsoever, that is a risky fucking approach. For you to just stay still and just work the hours in front of you and just pay the bills that you have to pay for and just take care of the house and the children that you have to take care of, like that is a risk that you are taking by not taking a fucking risk, bro. Like that's crazy. You have to take a risk. Nobody just stays the same. You're either getting worse or you're getting better. No
And I
one
did
just
everything
stays
I
the
was
same.
supposed to.
No, I'm done.
And it just keeps getting worse. It was never supposed to be like this. And I'm so angry that it is.
Bro, let's think about this from a financial literacy, group economics point of view. If you are fed individualist propaganda and you go out in it on your own and you live by yourself, why the fuck do you expect to succeed and living by yourself? Can y'all niggas help me? Can the chat help me? Like, cause a motherfucker will say, "Well, I got married and we're still struggling." That's not group economics. We talking about the world. We're not talking about propaganda. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, what group economic modality do you institute in your life because you understand that this world is based upon corporations, not individuals? The corporations create entities. You within yourself trying to do it on your own and then crying about it because the world is the way the world is. I would personally say human beings would fare better if they changed themselves than trying to change the system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if the system is kicking our ass, let's go all live in a house and pay $500 a month. That's still an option for people, bro. Go ahead.
Adaptability is more conducive. Adaptability is more conducive to evolution than standing still, right? So like um everything is always changing anyway, so wouldn't it be more conducive for the individual to learn with everything that is as it's changing as opposed to trying to change it from within? Like that that's probably the worst part of fucking information that we got from the black community since forever, right? Try and change the system from within. What for what?
Cause then niggas get fucking sold out, bought out, and then you thought he was fighting for you. Now this nigga doing a Hennessy commercial,
Yeah, this nigga on like a 6 month fucking exports trip, like he in 8 different countries and shit. And you
stunting on
wonder,
your dumb ass. Like,
yeah,
wait,
like
I
this
thought he was
nigga
fighting for black rights,
word, this nigga in Dubai with the shakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck,
toasting it up on your goofy
thousand
ass.
dollar steaks and shit. Your silly ass over here talking about melanated rights and shit. Like,
If we don't look at everything from a group economic perspective, we gonna be fried. Cause that's the world that we live in. So any idealistic pursuit that is referenced in you being the only person that's ever going to accomplish something, you will
Mhm.
find yourself in a specific bubble where you're going to be eventually crying one day. Because what in
Mhm.
this world tells you that you can do anything by yourself?
Shit.
Own a home. What tells you that you can afford $250,000 to own a home? How long would it take you to work to save up $250,000? That's the. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't like to lie about shit like this. What's
But
the
then after
average
you then
house
after
price?
you
Go
get
ahead.
that, how you upkeep that, my nigga? Especially if you by yourself. How do you upkeep a home that costs 250 by yourself?
I lied. You by yourself got to save up a half of a ticket.
420? Shit.
420, nigga. Cash. Cause credit ain't real.
Credit
Credit
ain't
is a
real.
piece of paper that niggas give you, and you basically renting that house again. The bank is the landlord. You don't own
Yeah.
that house
That niggas just
if you
traded
ain't dropped
papers.
the. Yeah, come on now, stop that shit. Talking about I own it, and you paying the bank every fucking month. That
Yeah,
ain't owning nothing.
all y'all did was trade titles, nigga. Like,
Y'all talking shit, and it sound good. 400. That's why a lot of houses. What's that? What's the percentages of foreclosures since niggas own houses all of a sudden? I own this house.
mm.
Well, it don't even happen that much.
Nah,
Point
zero
two per
point two six.
two 0.26%.
I think evictions happen more than foreclosures.
I would imagine so. Eviction statistics. Oh shit. Damn. Each year, landlords file nearly 200,000 eviction cases in
In
Michigan.
Michigan alone.
40,000 Michigan households lose their homes as a result of court. You
Ordered
couldn't
eviction.
fathom 40,000 people right now.
Nah, but you know
You
how
could
long them niggas had to be trying to kick you out before the court be like, it's time to go? You know that's a long time, my nigga. Right? Because, like, them niggas don't even send the court people out with the eviction paper until, like, 6 months,
no
no
payment.
payment. You know what I'm saying? So for the
And
court to
then you
come out
gotta
and
go
be
to
like,
court.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you gotta go to court. So for the court to come out and be like, this it, that's a long time, bro.
But please believe them niggas is going to come though. And they
Oh,
going to kick you up
absolutely.
out that
They
motherfucking
absolutely
house.
gonna come.
They
Them
gonna
niggas ain't
come.
gonna have no smiling faces neither. They don't care about the crying kids, nigga. All of y'all little June bugging them. Yep, they can all get in the back of the truck. Okay.
Facts.
Because what do you mean? I've spent so much of my life working so hard to scrape by. And it never had to be like that. My suffering was at the expense of someone else becoming wealthy because they could. And
They took the risk.
Yeah.
They unified and conglomerated and got five of their homies together and said, let's start this business. I'm gonna be the
Yeah.
CEO, you be the CFO, you be the president. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hire motherfuckers to do our business for us.
Not too much.
What's stopping everybody in your family to start a business instead of having a fucking electric slide competition?
We had this conversation a million times. This is how you know people in your family don't really fuck with you like that. Cause y'all all could have linked up instead of one of those weekends where y'all all brought all the loud y'all could bring and all the bud y'all could bring and all the money y'all could bring so y'all could go on a weekend trip and run after these hoes and shit, right? Like y'all could have all linked up and started a business by now. Y'all could have been did that. Instead, y'all niggas just going Jordan shopping together, which is weird. Y'all still doing that. Like, that's weird. These niggas is still waiting outside for the new Jordans. This shit is weird. Y'all still doing that. But yeah. If niggas in the family really wanted to start a business, they did that shit, bro.
And that black folk are still fighting for self-sufficiency and competitiveness in this country, and that we must come together quickly or what risk being a permanent underclass in the society.
One of the alarming predictions
Prophetic, bro. Just pure prophetics.
you make in the book is along those lines. You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015?
2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there are going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And one, we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than the
Bro, I'm telling you, the nigga. Remember what I said in our last video when we was talking about this? The niggas that voted for Trump, dog. They got a special place in hell, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These is some racist ass white boys. Let's just call it what it is, bro.
Mm-hmm.
January 19th, for all points of consideration, Trump is a fucking bigoted, racist ass motherfucker, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
all of the shit that's going on is racism in a it's like if the Duke Cyclops Grand Chief Wizard was voted into the presidency. I
Mm-hmm.
kid you not, bro, because the people that Trump is supported by is them people that live in them cities and towns that niggas never go to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's who supports him. Like, you live in goddamn Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, it's towns in Pennsylvania that niggas do not go to. Period.
Plenty.
A
Plenty.
lot of them. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just one state. Every fucking state on my kids got 100% white towns in them bitches. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why it's racist. Because if a black person wanted to live in Bootlick, Indiana, he would want to. He would want to live on a farm and have land so his kids could ride on a fucking dirt bike on their acreage. But you not allowed to.
Nope. They're gonna make life hell for you.
I'm talking about the North. I know it's
Yeah, I
different
know.
in the South. It's
Nah,
black towns in the
I know
South, but in the
you
North,
talking about French. You said French Lick, Indiana, right?
French Lick, Indiana,
Yeah. No. No.
Pennsylvania, Ohio, all of New England, New York,
North Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado.
bro, white, 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 white. And this is Trump's MAGA, Make America Great Again, is their wailing call. And that's fine. But black men, we don't need to vote for Kamala Harris. We don't need to vote for Donald Trump. But we for sure, like I got my eye on a lot of niggas. I'ma watch how this 4 years plays out for them energetically.
Mm-hmm.
Cause niggas bit the bullet with this Trump shit. And I'm telling you, if niggas don't actually operate under group economics, it ain't no saving you. So single mamas, renegade niggas, reevaluate your decisions. Get up under somebody, link with other people, figure this shit out from a group economic point of view. Stop having goddamn dance parties and card parties and drinking with niggas when y'all need to figure out group economics as a social unit.
Super facts. Super facts.
But
You
I'm gonna
can
let this
learn how to commingle. When you can learn how to commingle your money with your partner properly, right? Like you realize you don't really need that much, man. If y'all honest, man, like not too much, like that's what that mean to me, bro. Like comfort level is good enough for me, right? Anything above comfort, as far as I'm concerned, is super unnecessary, excessive. Now, there are exceptions. You know, you earned that, you brought that, that's you, you know. However, don't say you can't say this, that, and the other person is your man, is your people's if you don't practice group economics. Like you can't. That doesn't even make any sense. Like you, that
That
means
right
you
there
happy.
is dead.
I mean,
That shit dead.
yeah,
Fuck
that
that.
that means you happy. That means you happy with you getting it, but you're not happy enough that you willing to tell somebody else about it or put somebody else onto it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's the crazy part, right? Like you'll keep that part for yourself, but then you'll talk about cooperation. You'll talk about helping people out and doing this, that, and the other. But you won't. You know what I mean? Like that's the disconnect, bro.
And you know, like spiritual people, we love to help people out. But once again, we gotta help ourselves out. And then we have to actually take our horror stories and what we came through and overcame and make it a disposition and a point to help other people. That's the
Mm-hmm.
nature of spirituality. So God gives. God is gives. When we
Mm-hmm.
tap into that energy, we got to have a system of giving. And that is your abundance. That is your prosperity. People think that this fiat currency represents reality. And they print that shit in a fucking factory in Maryland somewhere, or Virginia somewhere. This shit's not even real. They
That shit,
printing that shit.
that should come out of a sweaty basement somewhere.
So group economics tied into asset acquisition is the ways for which you're able to survive because in class warfare, it is the people that unite versus the people that don't unite.
Mm-hmm.
That's the get down.
And then you gotta ask yourself, which one makes more sense? For me to be in a group collective or for me to be by myself? I think that's an easy question.
That's an easy question, but then you got to do shadow work because what you gonna say? These people ain't on shit. You know what? You know what spiritual people love to say? I don't got nobody in my city or town that's spiritual like me, so I just stay isolated to myself. No, you haven't healed those wounds for real.
For
You
real,
use
for
this
real.
spirituality like a costume, and you
Yeah,
haven't done the work to bring your tribe into your collection. Listen,
yeah. You
you
trigger
could
too
build
much.
a
That's why you make
foundation and
friends.
attract a lot of people to you in your spiritual truth.
Yeah, if you trigger too much, you're not gonna have a lot of friends. So you know, that's all shadow work right there. Like
If people is your problem, then you got a problem with projecting. So I'm gonna let the elder finish, bro. He's dropping that hot fire.
They've been since the civil rights movement. Two, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number two in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number four. And if we have not gotten anything after being number two for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number four. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color, going from the lightest down to the darkest, light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk will not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems and they are competitive with us and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
that
And
brother was a wizard, man. He was always a wizard with the words.
and now, I mean, that was 25 years ago. And when they drop this hip hop and this flip flop and all of this shit, man, it's like we are in a space where, man, we got to figure it out. Like you said, a competitive posture. So I'm just trying to figure out Claude Anderson. He's still alive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's still alive. So give that man.
Still, he still frequents Boyce Watkins show.
Okay, get
I
this
know
man
they
his
were.
flowers, man.
I think there was also beefing at one point too, though. But you know,
Hmm.
Boyce Watkins is weird, bro. Another agent.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't fucking with Boyce Watkins ass, man. Let's finish. Oh, girl, let's see what she had to finally say.
I am so angry about this. It can't stay like this. It doesn't have to stay like this.
My baby thinks she in a movie. Hold on, she think this is a
It
movie.
can't stay like this. It doesn't have to stay like this.
But you know, a
So
lot of people
go
would
ahead.
say, no, I was just gonna say, a lot of people would say the basic response of your liberal YT woman, like this is the basic response of them, like this is them, like that speaks to also audacity and entitlement, like honestly, because if there's another individual out here that look like you, they got two legs, two arms, a head, and the same opportunity as you, and they getting it, you not getting it, it makes it hard for people to have any sort of recompense with you. You dig me? Like I
Mhm.
see another person that look just like you getting it. So what's the difference between y'all?
Mm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see somebody right up the block that look just like you, boo. Like she might have
Mm.
less than you got, and she getting it
Mm.
right now. Like, what's your excuse?
Ooh. Damn. Get psychological on them. Cause I'll be damned if I'm a white boy and struggling. That's just one
Yeah,
thing I'm not about to do. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry.
like,
I'm sorry.
like
I'm
this
sorry.
whole shit
I'm
built around
sorry.
y'all, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
ain't no
sorry.
way,
I'm sorry.
ain't
I'm
no
not about to
way.
do that. I'm not about to
Like,
be white and struggling. I'm just not
that's
gonna do
like
it.
Richie Rich staying in his room, right?
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
you know what I'm
Yeah, I'm not.
saying? Like, I ain't going outside. What?
Nah,
I
I
own
mean,
outside. Like, the fuck?
hey, call me what you want to call me. Say what you want to say. I understand. I understand. But one
I'm just
thing's for sure and two things for certain. I'm not gonna be in this country. No
Florida.
soul. I don't care. I'm not about to
Come on,
struggle
bro.
because
Not to
I'm in
be
the
struggling,
dominant
bro.
society.
There's no way you are supposed to be allowed to be a YT and struggling. Like that don't even
I think
you know
it,
what I'm
it, it
saying?
I think it bleeds into the human condition where us as melanated people, where we have the chakras and the spiritual connection and the universal rhythm and the oneness and all of this. When you set up a disposition to complain, you'll find something to complain about. So generally, if you know any type of YT people that are middle class, upward middle class, and when you get to know them on a personal level, correct me if I'm wrong, them motherfuckers complain like you
Oh.
ain't never heard a motherfucker complain before.
Oh yo, I swear to God. I swear to God, bro.
You
And it just be like, and it's listen, you know how when somebody say it's the same shit every day? No, like I literally mean that shit.
Nah, it's
Right?
the same shit every day with them
Every
motherfuckers. They
day,
gonna
bro.
complain about the same shit. And,
And
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 you will start to feel sorry for their ass.
I'm the type of coworker that you will end up in an argument with, right? because by the third week, I am going to remind you that, like, you've been complaining about this for 3 weeks, right? Like, you got to do something about it now, right? Like, you got to, like, like, either we going to move to another complaint or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do something about it. Like, we
I'm the
can't go no
coworker.
longer
I'm the
with
coworker that's
this.
going to bring it up before they bring it up. How's your neighbor
Yeah.
doing? They still, they still getting on your nerves. Can't stand the motherfuckers. I'm gonna
Like, such
rile
and
his
such,
ass up.
yeah, such and such came on time today. Oh, okay, yeah, they gotta have, yeah. You know, like you gotta have complaint for them and shit. Like, bro, like I've had to do that so much with people, bro. Like, yeah, like I just I don't feel her pain. You dig me? Like, that's just one of those Jones where it's just like, like, all right, like,
Hey, you perpetuating the racial the race war, bro. Like
yeah,
that's how
like
they feel about us. We feel about them
yeah,
like we
yeah.
don't have empathy for one another. Like you
Yeah,
gotta.
like it's hard for me to see the necessity for empathy, bro. All I see
No,
is crocodile tears.
but see, I don't feel empathy for myself or for nobody. Like not like I feel like if you operate through emotion, you don't deserve shit. Cause once
Mm-hmm.
again, if I go to McDonald's and I'm crying when they ask me how much, you know what I'm saying, how I pay with cash or card, and I start crying, they probably gonna call the police on my ass because all they want is $7.59. Right? That's how the world works. You never have to utilize emotion when ordering a double cheeseburger. You say, "Can I get a double cheeseburger?" And they'll be saying $2.99. You give them that $2.99, you get your double cheeseburger. Emotions are irrelevant to the grand scheme of all things. When you look around you, it's fucking grass growing, it's pavement being paved, it's cars driving, it's lights cutting on and off, AI, Kroger's, all of the shit that you see around you, none of this shit is built with emotions. So if I see anybody crying about some shit, I'm just feeling sorry for them in a sense where that shit, I know what you thinking, but it's not going to get you to the place that you think is going to get you to. Listen, nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares, yo.
Respectfully,
Nobody cares. Respectful.
respectfully, bro, with all of my heart.
Yeah. What's that
Cause
new
I
shit?
could cry too. We could be
What's that new
crying
shit? We
together.
listen. We listen, but we don't judge.
We
Yeah,
listen, but we don't judge.
we listen, but we don't judge. Like, nah, nah.
Emotions for an adult, bro, is appalling to me. When grown people get on TikTok, Instagram, hit
Especially if,
stream and start
yeah, in
crying, I'm
public,
like,
yeah,
come on, man.
that public display shit is that shit is atrocious, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Appalling is a good word. Like it, that, yeah. My skin crawls when I think about that shit because it's like, is there? It could there be a better way to grandstand than that, right? Like the fuck.
Yeah. It's emotions can like point you in the right direction, like I'm hungry, but
Mm-hmm.
therefore you don't just keep utilizing that emotion to get what you want. You should have some money. Cause then
Mm-hmm.
that emotion would be like, damn, I'm broke. Then that leads you to doing something for some money. But you don't just
Mm-hmm.
keep being emotional. That's depression. That's mental illness. So it's like getting to a point where we are action orientated, and that goes back into group economics. You got friends, but y'all can't get no bag together. If I can't get a bag with somebody in some form or some form, then I can't really develop no emotion towards you because in my day to day, my life is real, and nobody is factoring how I feel. They factor in, can you pay this bill?
Mm-hmm.
And if I sit and kiki and haha with motherfuckers, will I be able to show up like I need to show up financially in the ways for which I need to show up? I've already tried to be emotional with people. You know what that do? That holds me back and it doesn't allow me to do the things that I need and want to do in my own personal life. So
Yeah,
once again, people can say, "Oh, that is whatever you going to deem it," but call it what you want to call it. I call it being able to pay everything that I need to pay. To fuck?
yeah, yeah. Because the emotion part of it is it is the extra added unnecessary shit to it. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with the emotions added to
You can't grow from emotions. Everybody feel and think and process shit. What are we doing? Are we not doing shit? We just laughing. We just having a good time. We just getting drunk. We just smoking. You got smoking buddies in your 30s, 40s.
That's crazy.
That's wild work to me. You got drinking buddies in your 30s, 40s. You got people that you link with, that you drink with, but you don't
That's
got people that you link with for you can explore group economics with in some
yeah,
way.
that's crazy.
Like I feel like we could build and get to know each other, but also work on a podcast together. Shit, who knows? You know what I'm saying? If we don't monetize the podcast, shit, we was doing something constructive. Cause
Facts.
what if we do? Then you'd be like, damn, we put the work in for this shit on the back end. But it have a goal towards it, and we're doing it as a group.
Mhm.
That's more than just saying, "Oh, that nigga Serpent cool as fuck." We should be chopping it up.
Yeah,
The
that
fuck?
that that shit goes away tomorrow. Like,
I'm not about to do that shit with nobody. I'm not cool with nobody for real. Like I,
yeah,
I I don't even got that muscle no more.
yeah.
But like, damn, this nigga cool as fuck. I just want to hang out with him. What?
Mm-mm.
I like this nigga's personality.
Yeah. There's purpose and lack thereof, and that definitely is a lack thereof. Like,
Nah, this nigga cool as fuck, man. I'm a hey, you coming tomorrow? Yeah. I'm gonna come
what?
drink with you and smoke with you.
What? What? The last time I heard of that, shit.
Man, this nigga, but I feel like niggas still be going through that shit in 2025 because they don't
I
understand
know
how
it. I
real it
know
is.
it. I know it for a fact. I know it for a fact. Like, that's some niggas unloading time. You know, weekend time. You go to your man crib. Y'all all sit around the grill or whatever, and y'all bust it down and drink it up, or y'all go to the club. Whatever y'all do to blow some smoke.
Hmm.
Y'all ain't seen each other all week like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's my
Like,
nigga, man.
yeah,
We
yeah.
be going out, we kick it, we have a good time, man. That's my nigga, man. Y'all ain't
You
opened
gotta
up
think.
no business together. Y'all could have opened up a pizza shop, a sub shop, something. We,
I know
I'm
when you think about it and you say it like that, it does put the parameters for regret in the mind. Cause you like, damn, I known this nigga 30 years. Damn, I known this nigga 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all we
damn, I
did was
know
waste money. We
all,
went on
all we did
trips
was
together.
waste money. All we did was waste money. All we did. I remember when the aspiration used to be to throw money in the club. Like, I remember that was the aspiration.
Nigga, I remember we used to work, like sell drugs 24 hours a day. Fuck you talking about. Have our re up, whatever that was, that tucked off to the side, our profit. Oh, we blowing that.
Mm-hmm.
We blowing
Mm-hmm.
that.
Every last bit of it.
Every weekend, nigga. Every weekend we are at the bar, at the club, re up put to the side, profits at the club, trying to get some bitches, and and at one level, I like because I'm an 11th house son. I always had me and my niggas, we always got money together. Like that's just
Mm-hmm.
how. Like I'm not about to be with no grown ass man on no level, and we not making no money together. I just
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Yeah,
I just I just can't do it that way.
it don't
And
work.
my relationships,
Mm-hmm.
like anybody that know me, I'm focused on some shit to do some shit, and that's what it is with me. But overall, like we wasn't really thinking about it long term. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We was just thinking of we was young, but at the same time now, it's like my niggas doing the same shit that they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Making money, fucking bitches, going to the club,
Mm-hmm.
traveling. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas don't even know what to do about anything because we such of a lost people. And
Mm-hmm.
when I talk about it from this perspective, it's just from people that I know. And I know people that is lost. You know, the nigga, man, my niggas was trying to talk to me about pounds. And I'm talking about herbs. But they didn't
Mm-hmm.
know I said I had herbs. These niggas
Mm-hmm.
thought I was speaking in code for
Oh,
weed.
oh my
Like,
God.
bro, we got a link. I know you got them pounds. I'm like, dog, I got mugwort and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
peppermint.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
got no fucking weed, dog. Are you crazy?
Niggas thought you had that kush. They
They thought
thought
I had the
you.
kush. Like Kyrie, and my one nigga had
You
to be
stepped
like,
your
dog,
game up. They said you
yeah,
stepped your game.
yeah. But one nigga like, nah, man, that nigga's like on some different shit. Like he not on that street shit. Like he not doing this shit as a front for weed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nigga just
Yo.
knew. I'm just like, nah, bro, I've changed. Like I've been spiritually awoken. Like I've integrated that way of life into a whole I've understood the reason for that way of life, but that's not me no more. Niggas couldn't believe it. They like nigga, they literally like they think I'm fucking Gucci Mane, a goddamn clone or some shit. Like this ain't the real Kyrie. And it's just like, bro, some niggas is just really stuck consciously. And that part, it hurt me so bad, bro. Like
Mhm,
that's very hurtful. Like a lot of black men, a lot of black women, if you want to be so honest about it, cooked.
mhm, mhm,
Cooked.
mhm. What do
Cause
you
cause
think is what do you think is the more disappointing part? The fact that they cooked, or the fact that the majority of them don't know that they cooked.
I think that's the most disheartening part because it's so much deep, it's so much knowledge, right? It's so
Mhm,
much information that is very pertinent to melanated people of America. The things that we talk about is pertinent information. Your history, your DNA, your chakras, your psychology. All of this is ancient knowledge that you haven't been taught because you have been indoctrinated into Western society. They have taught you, you speak their language, you study, you go to their churches and pray to their gods.
mhm,
Think about how crazy that shit is.
mhm.
You get into the knowledge of
Willingly, willingly.
willingly you it's a lot of people that get consciously awakened and then revert back to Christianity. Think about how
Mhm,
crazy that shit is.
mhm,
When you do the due diligence and you say, "Oh, the Roman government co-opted this religion, and it been on ever since. This whole shit is a farce." And they've taken a composite deity of all ancient deities and composited into this entity named Jesus. And this nigga is a motherfucking warlord. A warlord. This nigga is a
mhm,
goddamn atrocious, taking over the
mhm,
whole fucking world through violence. Okay, you got that part. Black people, Christians,
mhm,
cooked. The fuck? They don't know that they don't know that they cooked by going into that motherfucking church. Them niggas think that they doing something spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Cook. And people that don't even go to church just believe in the concept of God without the real due diligence of who they are as a race of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's not even talk about politically and socially, nation. What is the black person's nationality?
Mm-hmm.
Cooked. Cooked.
Mm-hmm. They
Niggas
still
don't even have
having they still
nationality.
having they still having the slave argument.
They still talking about ADOS and FBA, nigga. Cooked. Cooked. If Tariq Nasheed can create a race that niggas a better for niggas to go up under, cause this nigga put out Hidden Colors, cooked.
Cook.
Cooked. Cause you mean to tell me we gonna go into the courthouses and change our names and nationalize ourselves as Moorish nationals and recognize ourselves to be the oldest civilization known to man, the Tartarians, the Moorish empire that colonized the whole planet. You know what I'm saying? Sons and daughters of Mansa Musa, the most richest person ever recorded in history. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
descendants of that particular ilk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When they say we was all kings and queens, you mean to tell me it was 41 million kings and queens? Yes.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
mean to tell you. We the
Yeah.
oldest civilization of people known on this fucking earth. There is no other thing better than a melanated man or a woman, and that's the motherfucking 52 fake out. That's why the CIA, COINTELPRO, what James Hoover say, James Edgar Hoover say, only thing we don't want is a black messiah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll do anything to prevent a black messiah from rising.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think that they living up to their word? We went to goddamn Walmart and we left out that fucking Walmart. Like, man, the CIA is some cold motherfuckers, man. I had to just give them niggas respect leaving that goddamn Walmart. Them
Mm-hmm.
niggas did a motherfucking good job. We are cooked. Your kids is on fucking tablets. Cooked.
Yo, all
Cooked.
day, every day,
All
all
day,
day,
every
every day.
day. Don't even want to learn or pay attention to shit. Cooked. What they doing in China? Functional as fuck.
Yo,
Learning like a motherfucker.
did you see the little the tube transport joint that dropped the kids off at the crib from school? It's like this little chute that come up out of the floor and it drop the kids off from school, bro. Like this shit is
In
crazy,
China,
bro. Like they shit is so innovative and out there, like, bro. Like, yeah, if you a comparison person, you would look over there at they shit and you would have to be jealous, bro. You had to be.
you will have to be because in reference to American people, you can tell them the truth, and they say, "Man, this shit too boring." You know,
Mm-hmm.
niggas tell me, man, niggas argue with me all day, but they never call me a liar. They never say, Hood, I did research and I had to prove you wrong through my research. They
Mm-mm.
say, Hood, I don't like what you're saying.
There's
It
always
don't make
something.
me feel good
There's
on the
always
inside.
something to do with emotion. There's always
Fact,
something to do with emotion.
facts. That's it. It's never let's get into this, let's get into these books, let's get into this law, let's get into this mathematics. Like one of the best things that I'm like, I want my kids to remember me as a person that taught them mathematics. That's what I want them to remember because a kid that can do math can take care of himself. If your kid can't do math and you a parent, you got to sit with your kids and teach them math. You have
Facts.
to cuz you care, you love your kids. Think about this shit. You love your kids. You bought them some fucking Jordans. Them Jordans gonna be dirty next week. Okay, you love
Mm-hmm.
your kids. You bought them some dirty shoes. Good for you. You love your kids. You didn't. You too busy. Sit down. Teach them math. And I had to really do shadow work on this shit. Like
Mhm.
I'm like, damn, if these kids gonna learn math, it's because I'm gonna teach them this shit. Cause
Mhm.
they will fucking just be like, I can't do it. It's too hard. I don't want to do it. All right, nigga. I'm about to sit with your ass the whole time for the rest of your life until you fucking understand this fucking math. You feel me? And we
Because
gonna learn this shit together.
once they get it, they got it.
Once you get it, you got it, nigga. And the world is your oyster as a young black boy. What holds me back is mathematics. What's gonna hold
Mhm.
any black man back is the ability to think mathematically. What do the 5 percenters say every day?
What's the mathematics? what's the what's the mathematics, son?
What's the mathematics, son? I be hearing that shit, and I just be like, bro, I I'm gonna teach these little niggas math until they get out of my house.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. You know they got the pamphlets online too, right? The
Hmm.
the Supreme Mathematics joint. That shit only like $5.99. As a matter of fact, you could just download the free joint. The
Hmm.
Supreme Mathematic Gods of Earth joint. They table is only like 20 some pages.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm
That
gonna
should
print.
give you that should give you the miles from the earth to the sun, from the moon to the sun. The earth to the sun is also supposed to be the same amount of cells you have in a human body.
Hmm.
Um, so it all links up. You dig me?
Because I mean, we are who we are. You know what I'm saying? We are the people that are supposed to uphold the Ark of the Covenant, and that Ark of the Covenant is within the cultivation of our divinity, and that divinity is not found in you buying your kids shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that you tell your ego. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what you know
And
your
it's the
kids be
stuff pulling
crying.
back further away.
Your kids be crying. Give them a cell phone. You can't say. You know what I'm saying you love
Yeah.
your kids. I'm sorry. Can't say
Nah.
that. I know that
Yeah,
probably hurts
like
a lot of parents, but
if the biggest thing is what you got for your kids to watch, yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
just take my phone, get out of my face, type shit.
Hmm.
I've been really, I don't be doing that shit, bro. Like for real. Especially like my older kids, they might go days without watching shit just
Hmm.
because, nigga. Fuck out
Hmm.
of here, nigga. No, you're not watching shit. Especially if you misbehave. Like
Hmm.
you misbehave one time throughout the day, you're not watching that shit. You gotta behave the whole day for you to ever deserve TV, in my opinion. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Hmm.
nah, bro.
Yeah,
You
and
don't you don't deserve that shit, bro. You gonna
that
misbehave.
goes with the Holy Koran, not the Quran, right?
Hmm.
So if you do the whole Holy Koran 7, Koran, they know what you Ali.
Hmm.
Um, that one goes with the Supreme Mathematics joint.
This shit free in the
Yeah, and
library. In the
that's a
Library of Congress, though.
that's a very interesting read. It's a necessity. It's a necessity for every more you are more. So yeah, yeah,
It's
um,
a reason it's in the Library of Congress. If it was an ancient book, if it
bro.
was a nigga just yapping, it wouldn't be in the
Somebody
Library
just
of
came forward
Congress.
and admitted that Elijah Muhammad was telling the truth when he was talking about Gog and Magog and
Yakub.
yeah, 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 cool. So Yeah, they come around late, but they come around.
Yakub was one of the things that like I knew that nigga wasn't lying when he said that. I knew
Bro,
something was up with these
he
motherfuckers
told
out
me he
here.
had he told me he had a head with seven brains. Like I was like, yep, mm-hmm,
Yep, makes
yep.
sense. I ain't know what he was talking about, but it made sense to me. You feel me? Like
Yo,
I didn't fully receive it, but you know what I'm saying?
I
I knew
think
that man was not lying.
I think every nigga that saw Star Trek understood, right? It was like, yeah, that's them Klingon niggas, right? Like,
Mhm.
like immediately went in my head, I thought about a Klingon nigga, right? Like, because by that time I had seen Star Trek before, so like that was the first thing I thought about. I think, yeah. But yeah, that story still stands.
Get into this get into this Circle 7. I never read it before, but I think I want to get into it for sure.
You'll enjoy it. You'll appreciate it. You'll know where it's coming from. This is this is sovereignty based. So everything like this is like this is the Moors Bible.
Hmm.
You dig me?
Hmm.
This is their Bible.
Type shit. Yeah, man. Let's get up out of here for the night, man. Let's just feel like we got enough info out. Come back a little later. Chop it up.
That's
Some
a fact.
spiritual deconstruction. Looking at things from a new lens. You know,
That's
not that same old, same old. Hey, bro. One's in the chat. If you maybe it's just me. I'm sick of spiritual niggas just yapping about whatever the fuck they be yapping about, man. What is going on in this community? This shit giving me a headache, man.
What are
These
these
niggas
niggas
will
talking
never
about?
change what the fuck they
These
talking
niggas,
about.
these
They
niggas got the
committed
best
to the
mumbo
yap, bro.
jumbo. They got the best mumbo jumbo, bro.
They is committed to the yap. And I'm just like, bro, what the
Yo,
fuck is you talking about? And why is you talking about it?
you niggas is so sad they don't give out Pulitzers for yapping.
Man. But if you want some raw and uncut spirituality, some shit that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Ask questions, add to the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Not a fucking chat filled with bots and all of that type of shit. Tap into the Initiates for the Flame. Join the Discord, man.
Word up. Join the Discord.
I'm
Late
gonna,
Friday night for y'all.
I'm gonna do this little Ganesh ritual before I go to bed, man. Tap
All right.
into the other side. I'll
That's what's
check
up.
in with the family tomorrow, though, man. Hope everybody is good, doing their spiritual work, their shadow work.
All right,
No,
family.
no distractions, man. We taking it to the top, man. All right, yo.
That's what
See
it
you on
do.
the flip side.